Hey, first graders. So for the past 2 days, we have been talking about coins, and for the next 2 or 3 days, we're going to be talking about how to tell time. And since you are at home, I know that you have lots of clocks around you, so it would be a great time every time you pass a clock to look and see if you can tell what time it is. Let's get started. All right, and now you should see my screen. So we are doing lesson 13.3, understand the hour and minute hands. And you are working to be able to, I can tell time to the hour. So that means that you can tell when it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. All right, and your visual learning video should be loading.
The shorthand is the hour hand. The hour hand shows the hour. What number is the hour hand pointing to?
So we're going to look and see that the hand is just like an arrow, and it is pointing to the number 3.
The hour hand points to the 3. The long hand is the minute hand. How can you tell the minute hand from the hour hand?
So how I remember which hand is the hour hand and which hand is the minute hand. Minute is a long word. Picture the word minute in your mind. It's long. It's got lots of letters. So the minute hand is long, where hour is a short word, and the hour hand is short. For these lessons, you could also remember that minute is red and hour is blue. But we know that all the clocks around the world don't have red and blue hands. So I like to use long minute hand and short hour hand.
The minute hand is longer. The hour hand is shorter. What number is the minute hand pointing to?
Select your answer.
So you're going to look, the long minute hand is pointing right at the 12.
The minute hand points to the 12. Do you know the special word to use when the minute hand points to the 12? Think about it.
So remember what we kind of talked about clocks before, what that means. What do you think it means when the minute hand points to the 12? What's that special word we use?
When the minute hand points to 12, we say o'clock. How do you know what time the clock shows?
So we're going to look at the hour hand first. We see it's pointing to 3. And we see the minute hand is pointing to the 12. And so we put our hour hand plus our minute hand. So 3 o'clock.
The hour hand points to the 3, so the hour is 3. The minute hand points to the 12, so you say o'clock. When you put them together, you say 3 o'clock. Now you know about the hour and minute hands on a clock.
All right, let's get started on your practice. All right, so let's look at this clock. It's asking where our hour hand is. So we see that our short hour hand is pointing towards the 4. So we would say 4. Our minute hand is long and it's pointing towards the 12. And what's that special word when we use when it's on the 12? O'clock. So when we ask what time it is 4 o'clock. Number 2, let's look. Our short hour hand, where is that pointing? If I look all the way around the clock, it's pointing at 9. I'm gonna write in 9. Now our minute hand, our long minute hand is pointing at the 12. What do we say when a minute hand's pointing at the 12? We say o'clock. So we look at our hour hand and our minute hand and we say it's 9 o'clock. Our next one, our short hour hand is pointing at 3. Our long minute hand is pointing at 12 again. So we know when we put our hour hand and our minute hand together, we get that it's 3 o'clock. All right. Ooh, tricky. It's gonna make me switch colors lots of times, so this might take a little longer than it usually does. So we'll just do it in black. 10 o'clock. So we need to make our hour hand short and point it at 10. So we're gonna have a short hour hand, and then the o'clock is our minute hand, and we know when it says o'clock, it's the minutes. So we're gonna have a long minute hand point at our 12. We're gonna do the same thing for the rest of these problems. So short hour hand pointing at a 2, and o'clock means 12, so we're gonna have a long minute hand pointing at 12. Now 11, where am I going to have a long hand pointing at the 11 for minute, or a short hand for hour pointing at 11? This is the hour, so I'm going to have a short hour hand, and then o'clock means 12, so a long minute hand. Ooh, 12 o'clock is going to be tricky to see, so I'm going to get another color. We'll do yellow so that it stands out. So 12, we're going to need a short hour hand, but we also need our minute hand to point at 12, so they overlap. And on a clock, usually the hour hand is on top, and you can see when they're both pointing at 12. 6 o'clock. So we're going to have our short hour hand pointing at 6 and our long minute hand pointing at o'clock or 12. 1 o'clock, short hour hand, long minute hand at 12. 5 o'clock, short hour hand towards 5, long minute hand towards 12. 8 o'clock, short hour hand, long minute hand. Write the time. Draw the hour and minute of the hands to show the time. Draw a picture to show an activity that you do at that time. So I am thinking about school, and when we are normally at school, we leave school at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to picture in my brain 3 o'clock. And I know that now my short hour hand points to 3, and my long minute hand is going to go to 12. And right here, I would draw a picture of you guys packing up for the day. So here's my picture of a backpack. All right, now we have finished this video, so I want you to log into pearsonrealize.com, and you are going to do the independent practice buddy for 13.3 and the quick check for 13.3. Make sure you are hitting that submit button on the last page so that Ms. Barnes and I get your results. If you don't hit the submit, we don't know that you finished it. Sound good? All right, first grade, have a good day. Bye.